A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the DM and DF energies, which are obviously in harmonious phase or illuminating phase. And why I'm saying that these two phases is because the feminine here is extremely independent and she is very, very, very comfortable in her own skin. And here, they both understand. By now, they both understand. Like before this, what was happening was that they were somewhere always upset with each other. So surrender is the stage where feminines should work on themselves, completely focused on themselves. Like they should completely forget that there's a masculine in the picture, or they have gone through this or they have gone through that with that person. And it is a journey of patience. Twin flame journey is a journey of creating and developing patience, and always remembering the statement. Keep it in your mind and you can note it down if you're listening to this channeling with a notebook. It is a process. Write down this statement. It is a process. So the feminine, by this time, she is not in a hurry. She is not like, constantly, like one day she's nice and happy and the other day she's complaining again. Then another day she's happy and again she's complaining again. It's like there was a feminine who was very unhappy because she had still not fully healed. She had still not released those places and those areas of her journey, of her childhood traumas, where she was she was very upset and she felt like she was being nagged upon, or she felt that she was constantly being watched upon, or she felt that she was always being corrected. She was always told in some way or the other she's not good enough, or she was always compared to. So she took it very seriously. Sometimes in therapy, it happens that some of the feminines, they are so wounded. In the inside, they are so wounded. In the outside world, they are, they have probably worked on their root chakra, so they are not depending on other people. They have also kind of created a distance from toxic people who they know that if I hang out with these people, no matter what I do with these people, they will never be happy. So she has created a safe distance from those people. But she knows and she understands that there is some amount of work that needs to be done, because she's feeling uncomfortable even then, or she's somehow trying to figure things out even then. And in the meantime, she has connected with some of her soul connections, or she has found out people who act as energy chargers for her. And these people are not going to make her feel guilty that you are getting charged from them, because the arrangement is such, or those people are also working on themselves. So she knows that these people are safe to talk to. These people are not going to judge me, even if they get upset with me, even if I get upset with them, but they are not going to tell me or close the door off on me. They are not runners or they are not chasers. So this is when she goes through this phase, and there is, as I said, patience is needed. Without patience, nothing can happen. Without letting go on a daily basis, because these negative emotions sometimes they come on a daily basis. So imagine somebody who has been working on herself for such a long time that she has even forgotten, not forgotten what happened, because you should not forget, but you should forgive. But she has forgotten that she needs to be that person who holds on to her past too much. If you go into the past, then also you should understand that it was created, or it was there for the person you are today. So what is happening here is that the masculine and the feminine, first of all, I am doing this channeling from the point of view of masculine, not the feminine. Okay. So from the masculine's perspective, she he is saying to her that I am thinking about you, I am missing you, where are you? And she says that I'm right here. What happened? I'm right here. And he says, okay then, my darling, come close to me. So this is all happening now energetically. I'm speaking. I'm trying to make you understand. She walks towards him, okay, when he says, where are you? I'm thinking about you. I'm missing you. Come close to me, my love. Come sit next to me. Come sit next to me so that I can have a good look on you. So that I can, feel your aura. I can look at you in that beauty, in that independence, in that, because, there was always this codependent energy between them, which is why this push and pull, this runner and chaser, this annoyance, and then suddenly happy, then annoying. It was happening so much. And in the surrender stage, or during therapy, or during inner work, the feminine learns this about herself, that she needs to overcome this. And it will only be overcome, she will be able to overcome only when she completely disconnects with that part of her, with that side of her, which is connected to those people who were abusing her. And she needs to look at those people also as not the abusers anymore, because if she's going to look at them as abusers, she will remain the victim, always in victim energy. So she looks at them as somebody who was there to help her out, to figure out the real thing, the real deal. Okay, and that attachment, or that, like that feeling that she had, that comes from the extreme attachment to I, me, myself, the identity. So now she's not looking at her identity as this is me, this is the ultimate me. Now I'm saying this to you all also, no POV communication, direct to you, that you need to ask this question when you look at yourself in the mirror. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you need to ask this question. If you don't like something in the mirror, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't like something about yourself or anything in the mirror that you see, do you fight with it or do you fix it? That's one question. Then second question is, when you look at yourself in the mirror, your body as it is right now, do you ever wonder that 10 years back, you were not like this? So where did that person who was standing in front of the mirror 10 years back, where did that person go? Where is that person right now? Then you ask another question. When you were born, when you were a little baby, little child, so small, so tiny, when you were born 10 years back, 20 years back, 30 years back, of course not 10 years back, but I'm just saying 20 years back, 30 years back, 40 years back, 50 years back, where is that baby now? Where is that child now? So think about the crazy science that we are experiencing even on the three-dimensional reality. How damn crazy it is that a small child is born, small child which is literally, you can hold it in your 2 arms, That same child is now this woman, this independent woman, this person who's looking at herself in the mirror. Sometimes when you look at your baby pictures, you should wonder this question about this fact, that where is that girl now? Where is that little girl now? When she was 10 years old, 11 years old. So this is like a scientific process that all of us go through. In the three-dimensional reality, we don't think about these things. But think about it like your energetic self. When you were born, when you were sent to planet Earth, when you were not even the size of a pea, when you were so little, when you were still in the womb, when you were so small like a dot. Physically, I mean. But energetically, who were you? Energetically, you were this soul getting incubated and sent to Earth. If that's not magic, then what is magic? We are looking for some very big magic every single day, but look at the magic that planet Earth is showing to you right now as you stand in front of the mirror. So, she realizes that this is all a scientific process and she is basically a student. She's a student here, and the divine masculine is acting as the stimuli or the stimulus given to her in order to observe her own reality. So when this feminine becomes so free, so real, she's not like questioning every damn thing. She just listens to her heart and she just follows her soul. That's the only magic she knows right now, or she wants to believe in, because everything else is too heavy. She doesn't want to be heavy. She wants to be a light being. What does it really mean to be a light being? Does it mean that you are going to be flying in the air? Maybe. Energetically, maybe you can. Who knows? Because when you grow more and more and more and more, when you go into higher dimensions from 3D to 4D to 5D to 6D to 7D, amazing things happen. Amazing things happen. And I'm telling you, you may not believe it, but I'm telling you, even the hell dimensions, because those people in the dark world, in the hell dimensions, those people, they cannot do these things that light beings can do. So they do it materialistically. That's why they make planes. That's why they make helicopters. That's why they come up with the things, that can make them experience those things, those realities. But there's always an attachment to the self, as in the body, the looks, the 3D is basically in the middle actually. There are over 30 dimensions otherwise, and you're living in a multi-dimensional world right now. And all these things become clear to you. So imagine being a twin flame can do two things to you. Either you become a person who's literally just manifesting objects and materialistic things, and when you get bored of that, then you realize that, okay, I can do more. If I can do this, imagine a feminine who doesn't even have like $100 on her at one time. She doesn't even have $100. If she wants to buy something, she cannot. Imagine from that divine feminine, and there is no way, if she looks at herself at that time and in those areas of her life during that particular phase in her timeline, if she thinks about it, she feels that at that time she was so helpless. She was so dependent on other people for rent, for food, for any requirement, for anything. She was just literally looking at them like, please help me, please support me. From that person, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. From being that person who is seeking support constantly, she becomes the person who doesn't need anybody's support, and on top of that, she starts giving support to other people. So that is the energetic shift that I'm talking about. If that can happen, why can't the same divine masculine who does not respect her, does not like her, does not want to be with her, thinks about her in a way that she is something that should be mocked upon, or she's over smart, or she's this, or she's that, whatever negative things you can think about, from being that divine masculine to being this divine masculine who cannot take his eyes off her, who looks at her with the most respectful gaze. When he touches her, he is not touching her body. He's not like that, how you say, a horny guy who wants to just take her to bed. He looks at her like she's the most delicate thing of his, and he needs to take care and protect her. And he wants to serve her, not like a slave, but someone who is a part of a beautiful project that she's doing, a beautiful thing that she's doing here. He respects her in a way that he looks up to her now. Even he thinks that, what was I doing in the past? Like, really, was it me, or was it some other version of me, an inadequate version of me? That wasn't me. But thank you to that version, because he helped me figure out that my masculine loves this feminine. Me as a masculine love this woman, this girl, this lady, because she is not just like any other woman, just an identity, just an image. Image equals to illusion, right? And identity is based on that illusion, on that image. So she is not that image. She is as real as it can be. So when he calls out to her, she walks up to him. So as she's walking up to him, that walk from there till where he's standing, that is a process. And in that, he looks at her as this beautiful light, this beautiful aura, this delicate darling, this beloved of his. She's dressed like so well and still so simply. There are details that he cannot ignore about her. There are some details that he cannot let go of, that make her so charming. He's so enchanted by her. But he's not a fool. He's not like other men. He is different now. He has also evolved. He's also changed. Because he feels that she inspired him to change. So all those people who are in a big hurry right now, all those people who are getting impatient right now, I would like to tell you that there is a perfect divine timing for everything. So you need to surrender this urge as well of trying to hurry up things, trying to fasten things, always saying, oh, today I'm feeling so bad, I want to feel good right away. Not acknowledging your own feelings, not trying to understand, not getting into slow-mo and then thinking that, why am I feeling this feeling? I need to get to the bottom of it. And without being scared, fearlessly I need to do it. Fearlessly I need to face the truth. What is the truth behind my pain? Is it even real, or is it also an illusion like so many other things? So when he looks at her into her eyes, he sees the whole universe, literally. Because she has been seeing, and she has been taking a dip within herself, and she has learned by experience, not by bookish knowledge, not by somebody else's words. She's literally experienced it by herself, that every individual is a universe within themselves. So imagine traveling into that universe. From being a codependent feminine to being an independent feminine, from being someone who's constantly feeling like she needs somebody to help her out, she needs alibis, she cannot speak her truth, she cannot stand by herself, she cannot do anything, from being that helpless woman to being a woman who is helping others. There's a big difference, there's a vast difference. And for him, it's like he's just looking into her eyes right now, and he feels the soothing energy, he feels the love, he feels the warmth, he feels the innocence. I know people who have been working with me for 2 years, 3 years now, and when they see this huge change, the same masculine who was running away from them, who was abusing them, cursing them, saying things, mean things to them, from being the same masculine who's not only gone through that phase of apology, of redemption, because his inner work is to redeem himself. His tapasya is to burn in the phase where he's regretting, where he's suffering for what all he's done to her and why he did it to her. Like who was he at that time, from burning in the fire of his own mistakes. Then he comes out clean like the phoenix bird who rises from its own ashes and turns into a better person, a new person who wants to support her, who wants to stand by her, who wants to listen to her, who wants to do everything that she's telling him to do, not in a way that it is a superiority complex way or an egotistical way, because earlier he was that egotistical man. He could have been that man who would say that I want to dominate her, and now he's like, I want to surrender to her because she has surrendered. When you surrender fully, the masculine will surrender fully too. Because he is simply your reflection, your mirror image. That you don't have to fight with anymore. You just have to acknowledge and you just have to accept. For your personal situation, you can go through the description box and check out the details mentioned over there. If you are looking for a reading or you're wanting to get into therapy as soon as possible and work on yourself. However, just a request, please do not share your personal details when it comes to twin flame journey. Just be careful of that. As a reader, we should not be aware about too many things, too many details about your twin flame journey, because that can make the reading biased and then we can lose the actual purpose for which we are doing the reading. Yes, you want someone to listen to you, you want someone to hear you out without judging you or without being dishonest to you, without giving you false hopes. Or if you need real hopes, then giving you real hopes, all that is understandable. But you need to be a little bit more patient because we are going to discuss your journey during the reading when you ask the questions. automatically the story is revealed during the readings. That's the only thing I want to say. And yes, this feminine is so beautiful. She's literally like the moon, the full moon in a night sky. So illuminous, so soothing, and so light at the same time, not heavy. So I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out.